I like to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So I'm going to start off in the book of Matthew 24:3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? And if you read, when you read through the scriptures, you know, the scriptures tell you what's going to be the signs. You know, when you go into like 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse, it tells you about the perilous times, trouble and or dangerous times. When you go into the book, chapter, and verse that I'm in right now, going into the 20th verse, it says that tribulation shall come upon the earth. Going into Daniel's the 12th chapter, going into Acts the 2nd chapter, I believe the 19th verse, it tells you about the red moon, the blood moon, and other signs that shall take place in the earth. So that's why when you go into the book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, it tells you to measure the times diligently in itself. Because when you begin to see these signs come to pass, then you should know that these are the very things that Yahweh Shah has spoken since the very beginning. Right? So you gotta take heed to the times, pay attention to the times and what's going on, because if you not, then you're gonna get caught up in this hell to come. Right? And you're gonna get caught up off guard. Right? That's why the scriptures talk about the Lord coming like a thief in the night. Going into I want to say that's the book of Matthew, the 26th chapter, but I could be wrong. The scriptures tell you when they was eating, drinking, and making marriage, then the flood came in. See, these people was more fixated on the things of the world than what is spoken of in the scriptures, prophecies. Right? That's why the scriptures also tell you it says have charity. I think that's 1 Corinthians 14:1. It says have charity, but I rather that ye may prophesy. The spirit of Yahweh Shah is prophecy, man. Going into Revelations 19:10, the spirit of Yahweh Shah is prophecy. Right? So these are things that you want to pay attention to, is what's going on in the world. Well, look, what's going on in the world right now. Salakia, man, I got this fucking demon behind me as I'm driving. But what's going on in the world right now is they're taking jobs from people, laying people off, and replacing people with robots, man. This is something that I brought up in the video like a few days ago. They're replacing people with robots. Right? So more jobs are coming off the shelf for people. And the crazy thing is because they say that there's over 300,000 jobs that's out there, but anytime people are getting on Indeed or other sources to put in applications, they're getting turned down because they don't have the certain requirements to be hired for that job, man. Right? So these are things that you have to pay attention to, because now you would say, why we got to pay attention to robots? It's not paying attention to robots. You're paying attention to people getting laid off. Why? Because that's prophesied. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3 tells you that when the grinding shall cease, a lot of the workmanship is seasoned. People are losing jobs in warehouses, restaurants. They just recently, not really that long ago, they have a restaurant that have robots in the restaurant, like not like walking humanoid robots, but like how they be having them in the warehouse. And these robots can fry up fries. They can fry up burgers and shit. So a lot more of these restaurants are going to have non-employees soon, man. The only employees that's going to be working there is more likely managers, maybe a supervisor, and maybe somebody who can keep the machines working. But pretty soon, a lot of you people, man, you're going to be asked out of jobs, especially if you don't have the requirements to work certain jobs, man. These are times to pay attention to, man. Right? Paying attention to the things that's going on all over the earth. Wars. Rumors of wars. Right? Paying attention to the financial crisis that's going on in America today. Right? The government stopping Americans from getting food stamps, government benefits. There's a lot of people right now that's tripping. That was a video on TikTok, right? Because you could watch YouTube short clips. Some of those be TikTok videos. And when you scrolling through, there was a woman that was talking about how when the government take her food stamp, she gonna be flipping out, man, because that's how she gets through. That's how she gets through her month. Is by way of them food stamps, them government benefits. These are times to pay attention to, because like I said before, people are really gonna start. This is really gonna have an effect on people once it start affecting their children. When these things are affecting their children, that's when you're gonna have the protests. That's when you're gonna have the rioting. That's when you're gonna have people out there just, doing whatever. Because now it's affecting the mouths of their children. Right? And these corporations, man, and these businesses aren't paying people enough to actually afford a cost of living, because things today cost way more, right? Cost way more than they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, right? And I did a video not that long ago going into, the millennials, Gen Z, and Gen X. Back in Gen X time, they were able to afford things, man. When paying for a $6,000 house and you getting paid $15, $20 an hour or whatever they were getting paid then, they were able to afford things at that time, Gen X. But now during millennial and Gen Z times, that's not happening. Because with the housing crisis, right, with the increase of prices, man, come on, you walk inside of a grocery store, you come out with 4 bags, and that shit then cost you almost over $40. You damn near pay $50-something for just 3 bags of nothing. So you better be paying attention to the times that's going on, man. You better be paying attention to these times, because the Lord is letting you know that He's making His coming. Because we at the end of an age, man. That's what it means to be at the end of the world. It's the end of an age. See, Christians don't understand that, man. That's why when these Christians go into the scriptures, some of them convert into atheists because they believe that the Bible contradicts itself, right? You got Christians believe that the Lord is really going to bring the world to an end. No, man. When you go into that word world, depending on the context of the scriptures that you're reading, when you actually go into the word world in the Greek, right, it'll mean age. So an end of an age. We're at the end of Esau's age, the wicked age, right? And it's showing you that because these devils are losing more power, right? That's why the scriptures tell you that for they have become weak as us. The nations have said that. For they have become weak as us. Who is it talking about? It's talking about America. America have become weak as the other nations. Its dollar is collapsing, right? They're trying to bring in this digital currency. America have hit its debt ceiling, right? And they're constantly throwing in all kind of bills or passing all kind of bills just to keep this place from falling apart. America is holding on by a thread, man. It's holding on by a thread. But that thread is getting shorter and or it can be cut, right? So again, Matthew 24 and 4, it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. You had a dude on YouTube that was calling himself Christ. You had a guy calling himself the Comforter, man. You know, you got many, you know, many of these deceived fools that's going to call themselves something they are not, man. Right? You know, the Lord call us worms, man. Right? So it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. These are things you should be paying attention to. If you're reading the scriptures, these are things you should be paying attention to, because this is showing the signs of the Lord's coming. Right? And you want to be prepared when these things come. Hey, what did the Lord commanded us to do? Right? The Lord commanded us to go out on the highways and hedges. The Lord commanded us to speak unto the children of Israel. The Lord commanded us to prophesy. Right? There's many things that the Lord commanded us. And by you following the things that he have required of us, Lord willing, you'll be of the elect. And you could be delivered out of this hellhole that we're in, man. Right? So it says, and these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Well, people hate us right now, man. People hate us right now, and people are against us right now. And they're trying to find ways to keep us from teaching what we teach, and they're trying to find ways to get us locked up. Right? They're trying to pass bills about offensive languages or being racist. They're trying to find ways to stop this work from coming into play. And it will come to pass, because the scripture says that going into the book of Amos, I believe it says that there shall be a famine, not a famine of bread, but a famine of the word. Right? So there's going to be a famine of the word, man. So yeah, they will put this to a stop. They're going to shut down the internet, or they're going to find ways to keep us from teaching what we're teaching out there. Right? Because look, the word is going out. The word is all over the world. The word is on social media. Right? It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, World Star Hip Hop. Right? You can even go this was even on the news, man. You had Hebrew Israelite groups that was showing up on the news. You had Israelite groups that was showing up in movies. So this is everywhere, man. This word is out there, because the scriptures tell you that this word shall go out unto all the world, man. Right? Going back into the actually, let's get it. Matthew 24 and 14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So there you go. There you go. This word is going out unto all nations. So there's no excuse. I watched a YouTube video last night. There was a brother that was in a convenience store, you know, where the Ishmaelites work. And he asked Ishmael, he asked Ishmael straight up, he said, who are the true Israelites? The guy said, black people. It's actually the so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans. But he said black people. And he asked him again, he was like, so are the people that's in Israel today are the true Jews? He was like, no, black people are the true Jews. He said, we know that. So other nations know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites, right? Other nations know that, but our people don't. But now there's no excuse. This word is going out, man. This word is out there, man. You got brothers all over the world, man. Brothers here. You got brothers in Canada. You got brothers in of course the US, right? Brothers in Mexico, right? You got brothers in Australia. You got brothers everywhere, man. Brothers are everywhere teaching. Besides what camp you in, there's brothers everywhere in Africa teaching this word all over the world. This word is going out, man. Prophecies are going out. Prophecies are being spoken of. That which is written in the scriptures in truth is being talked about all over the world. Right? And the things that we have been speaking about has been coming to fruition. There's no getting around that at all. These things have been coming to fruition. We've been talking about it. Look at the economy. Look at the jobs. Look at the housing crisis. Right? Look at the markets. Look at your cost of living. The earthquakes that's going all over the world. The wars that's going all over the world. Look what's going on, man. This is showing you that prophecy is coming to fruition. Things are taking place. Right? Regardless of getting out of here soon, this place is done with, man. This place is finished. It is not going to take that long for these people to gather together, right? And begin to protest and riot and start causing havoc all over the earth. It's not going to be that long before they shut the damn lights off. It's not going to be that long before they shut down the internet. It's not going to be that long before they do all that. We're not that far away, man. Just like during the Great Depression, them people woke up one morning and the market was crashing. People was losing hella money. The Great Depression. It's going to be worse than that because we're living in a time where there's just more people. It's more people. Markets are getting even worse. The economy is getting even worse. I meant to say the economy, not the market. Well, the market crashed too, but the economy, hey, that was it. Better be paying attention and getting prepared, right? And how do you get prepared, man? Get prepared by doing that which is required of you by way of Yahweh while Yahweh shot. The Lord will require you to do certain things, man. That's how you become prepared. Now, you can get your little survival gear, but don't have faith in it because you look, at one point, you might not be able to grab that shit. Then what are you going to have at the end of the day? You better be like, better be like in the book of Eli that day, man. You just better be on the move. Follow the Spirit. Let the Spirit guide you where to go. Because there's going to be all kind of shit going on, man. Shit, you don't even know when the Lord's going to release Leviathan. You don't know a lot of shit. Or these newly created creatures, you don't know when the Lord's going to release them. There's going to be many things that happen real soon, man. These devils doing their blue beam projects and shit. Right? You don't know what's really you don't know what's gonna happen real soon, man. But people are more fixated on just living and not fixated on the things that the Lord is bringing to this place. When you go into Ezekiel the 7th chapter, man, the Lord said we're at the end, man. He said, for evil times shall come. Evil times shall come. These devils, the other day, there was a guy who asked me for some money, who the fuck carry cash anymore? Like, there's stores right now that won't even accept it. There's a lot of stores right now that's going up that doesn't even accept cash. If you ain't got a credit card, debit card, and or a pay as you go or Apple Pay, they're not accepting cash. Right? And the guy, he asked me for money, so I don't carry cash. Right? Everything I do damn near now, I pay it by way of Apple Pay. Just easy 2 clicks of the button, put it up to the scanner, and I'm gone. Because I try to get in and out of a store. I don't want to be in a store longer than what I have to be, man. I'm in and out. I'm gone. Right? And the guy asked me for some money. I didn't have it, man. And I told him, I said, man, don't you know we're in a digital age, man? We're in a digital age. And he was like, I got a cell phone. I'm like, you think I'm about to click? You think I'm about to digitally pay you? You out of your mind, man. Right now, there's you digitally pay somebody and they can swipe your whole account out, man. And then I'm in the truck. He walks by, just to put this out there. He walks by. He got 2 beer cans in his. He got 2 beer cans in his pocket, man. But yeah, man, everything is digital now, man. Everything, almost everything is digital. There's of course stores still out there, QTs, Circle K's, Dollar Trees, and shit like that still accept money. But pretty soon, they're gonna come into a different transition, and that transition is gonna be digital. I watched a video the other day where they have nothing but a damn digital store. Like, everything is digital. When you walk up in there, there's nothing you can grab off the shelf, man. Damn, I wanted to record that video and do a video on it. And Lord willing, if I come across it again, I'll do it. But the whole store is digital, man. So the only thing you could do to make purchases is walk up to the shelves, you press a button, you press the items that you want, whatever you want, cereal, milk, whatever, right? And then you go up front and they will have the items waiting for you. So some stores are gonna soon start transitioning into this digital type of situation, man. Right? Walmart right now, there's videos going out that Walmart is about to start charging people like $99, $100, damn near $100, just to use the self-checkout lane, because with all the theft that's going on and everything like that, Walmart is losing money. So Walmart want to charge you damn near $100 just to use the self-checkout lanes. And the self-checkout lanes were supposed to save them money because they wanted to get rid of employees in order to use the self-checkout lanes. See, there's situations, and the reason why I bring that up is because there's situations that's happening for them in order for them to bring in this new system. They're creating these situations to bring in this new system, right? You got Home Depot, man, locking up damn near everything they got. There's a security tag on everything they damn near have in Home Depot, man. And all Home Depot have to do is transition to that digital system. Then from a click and a push and a button, the purchases you want to make is going to be up front for you waiting. Right? This is what you coming into, man. This is what you coming into. Right? The whole digital system. Why? To bring in that MOTB. To bring in that MOTB, man. These are the things. This is this is why you have to pay attention. You got to pay attention to these signs, because they're creating situations. To bring in this digital system. Oh, and I wanted to put this out there too, man. There's videos coming out of these 2 couples these two white couples. They set up an organization, right, where they was having people, mostly like black women, going into these stores, stealing out of stores, man, stealing out of different stores, and then they would take those items, sell them to the so-called white people, and then the so-called two white couples would sell that shit on Amazon, man. And they stole over $8 million. So a lot of this shit that's going out is situations. I believe those two white people that got caught doing that was people that was set up to create such an organization, to create situations that's going to bring in the MOTB, because that's all they have to do. Look what was going on during the Black Lives Matter riots. Well, they was actually putting bricks prepared out there for people to throw bricks at shit. Not only that, but there was people actually finding out that there was undercover agents during the Black Lives Matter that was actually causing events like that to happen, man. Encouraging people to throw bricks. The crazy thing is that during the Black Lives Matter riots, you have more white people doing that shit than black people was doing. Because mostly every video you was watching, there was some white people going into the stores, stealing shit, taking shit, man. They want to make these so-called white people look innocent, but they not innocent, man. They evil as hell and wicked as hell. But they would turn that blame around on Jake. This is why when Jake walk into a damn store, you get the eye look, you get the side eye looked at you. Right, you get that side eye because they think you're gonna steal shit, because there's organizations and agents out there setting shit up like that, man. Right? So these are things you gotta pay attention to, man. You gotta be watching the times, man. You gotta be paying attention to this type of shit. You gotta be paying attention to what's going on, man, and look between the lines. Right? Hey, the scripture says, be watchful, man. You got to be watchful, right? Be watchful and pay attention to these things, man, because there's a lot of other shit that's about to start taking place. All these red flags to bring for Esau to bring in the system. It's order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. This is how you get laws passed. This is how you get bills passed. If there's chaos, then they can create bills. They can write off bills and write off laws to get around the Constitution, because that's their whole goal, man. Is to do away with that Constitution, man. It's to do away with that Constitution. This is why they call it the New World Order. The New World Order is to bring in a whole different system, whole different law, whole different bills. And they've been doing it on the slide, man. They've been creating bills to try to get around the Constitution. Like the freedom of speech. The freedom of speech isn't really the freedom of speech. There's certain things you cannot say. For an example, if you out cussing at somebody, they can call the cops on you, and the cops can actually charge you with disorderly conduct for cussing at somebody. Because according to the law, by cussing at somebody, you're initiating a fight. You're initiating the conduct of a confrontation. So they can use a law called disorderly conduct to actually arrest you and charge you for such situations. So they're finding ways to get around. They're finding ways to get around the Constitution. And when the economy crash, when all these things take place, the Constitution is going to be done away with. Your rights is going to be done away with, man. And there's many alternative news channels that talks about these things, man. Right? So you better be paying attention, man. Learning up, studying up, and paying attention. The Apostle Tahar just made a video about study to show thyself approved. Right? So it's about studying and being watchful. Take time out you know, to go through some scriptures, go through a chapter, right? Study, you know, get breakdowns, you know, and go through some news break articles, you know, watch a couple videos, and just keep just keep updated, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and end it from there and say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash, double honors the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.